Howdy folks, the Creepy Kentuckian back again with you from DEADPIT.com with another review. This week I'm taking a look at one of my favorite comedy films from the late 90s. I've seen this movie numerous times. This movie today is directed by David Zucker, who also brought us the Naked Gun films, Airplane, and the Scary Movie franchise. He's to blame, yes. He's also to blame for this early vehicle for Trey Parker and Matt Stone. It is Baseketball. Now, this is a movie that I had seen numerous times back in the day when it came out. It had been many years since I had watched it. I think I owned it on DVD. I believe this new Blu-ray from Mill Creek Entertainment is the very first time it's been released in HD, which is a shame because everybody should check this movie out, especially in the year 2022. There's a lot of stuff in this that will piss people off, for sure. And I think it even pissed people off back in 1998 when it was released. But comedy, to me, the best comedy is offensive comedy. I'm sorry. It always has been, and it always will be. It just sucks that the year 2022, everybody's got their panties all up in a wad. Can we even say panties anymore? Very cool to check this movie out again. Baseketball, and it just recently came out from Mill Creek Entertainment. Let's take a look. In the movie, Parker and Stone play Joe Cooper and Doug Reamer, who are two losers. They're 10 years out of high school. They're best friends. They kind of just sit around and drink beer, and all their classmates are successful and everything. And they're made fun of for being losers. So in their free time, they invented the sport of basketball, which is a hybrid of baseball and basketball. It's a really stupid rule concept, but it catches on. Like a lot of stupid shit, it catches on. And they become known, as the stars of the Beers, which the Beers franchise is owned by Ted Denslow, who's played by Ernest Borgnine. And there's a lot of fun cameos and stuff like that throughout. Like Ernest Borgnine's barely in the movie, but his role is pivotal. Some of the stuff that he's in is great. Unfortunately, Ted Denslow accidentally passes away. He leaves the entire franchise of the Beers in the control of Joe Cooper right here, played by Trey Parker, under the guise that they have to have a winning season, the first season, or Denslow's gold-digging wife, Yvette, played by Jenny McCarthy, gets control of the team. Robert Vaughn is also in this movie, and he's also, as he is in every other movie, kind of a conniving, evil dude. And he's like an evil businessman in this one who is working with Yvette to try to ruin the beer season so she can get control, and they can both kind of control the beers together. There's a lot of hilarity along the way. You can do a psych out in this, and I know that was the big gimmick with this one, is like the most vulgar thing you can do to try to psych out your opponent from missing their shot. This movie is extremely stupid. Like, it really is. It's juvenile, if you will. A person of my age shouldn't admit that it's great, but it really is. I'm throwing it out there because, these guys were in the early days of their South Park show. I think they had signed on to this movie thinking that South Park was going to be canceled after the first season. No, it's still going 20 plus years later, 5 years later, whatever it is. And this one kind of fell in between like the cracks, I think, Baseketball. You don't really hear a whole lot of people talking about it. Of all the Zucker movies, this is one that doesn't really get referenced as much, even though it's infinitely better than all the Scary movies, in my opinion. And honestly, I like it better than the Naked Gun movies. I know a lot of people will be like, blasphemy. And sorry. This is just, there's so much ridiculous shit in this that's just in each scene throughout the entire movie, which I know is kind of Zucker's, the Zucker's thing. But man, this movie's a lot of fun. I had fun with this. Again, I know there's a lot of stuff in this that would be deemed offensive today, for sure. But I don't care. I do not care. Everybody is so uptight about everything. I wish the world in a lot of ways was like it was in 1998. You know, you could actually like have fun and make fun of stuff and not worry about people fucking filing a lawsuit or whatever. But it is what it is. Hey, this is a product of its time, is what a lot of reviewers would say. This is just a funny movie to me. So the Baseketball, it's a bare bones Blu-ray. The Blu-ray itself looked really good. I had fun with this. You know, like I said, there's not any special features or anything. It's pretty much come as you are, boys. But another cameo in this that I just marked out for originally, and I marked out for it again, was when Cooper was missing, and they brought in Robert Stack to do his whole Unsolved Mystery shtick with music and all. So that's great. Anyway, that is it. Basketball's out now from Mill Creek Entertainment. Check it out. Check us out over at DEADPIT.com. Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
For this video officially, it's Old Curly Jaws has a message for you. Go on over to shop.deadpit.com and go look at their Teen Public store right now. You've got some new shirts like the Old Curly Jaws official t-shirt, which is brutal and badass. You got the Yummy Gummy shirt with the captain himself on the shirt. You got Uncle Bill's face on a fucking shirt. You got the Final Girl shirt. You got all these shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Get them before they're all out, especially the new one, Bedtime 1039. It doesn't get better than that, so go on out. Check out these shirts at shop.deadpit.com. Go look at their Teen Public store. You're going to have a good old time. Get them all!
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.